Hi, good evening to the viewers of the Pharma.D talk show. And today it is Samuel Sundaram and Dr. Satish is back with a new episode of the Pharma.D talks. And episode 1 we started on 24th May, and it has a very good response, and we had 500 plus views. And last episode we had a invited talk guest with Mrs. Pratyusha. So, and we had a very good chat with the industry career of the pharmacy students, and that show was enormously viewed by many audience, and it's nearly 1,200 views for the particular show. And today we are back with another guest, Dr. PRAKASH. So we welcome you, Dr. PRAKASH, sir, for the live show of Pharma Talks. I think it's my privilege and Satish's privilege to be watching him as a guest. And sir will be shortly talking about the PHARM.D career for the pharmacy students. Initially, he'll be starting with the journey of his own pharma career. So now I request Dr. Satish, because he is a very good friend of Dr. Satish. So I request Dr. Satish to give a small intro about Dr. SURIYA, and then SURIYA will start his journey in pharmacy. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. Good evening, friends. It's very nice to meet you in this beautiful evening. And I want to say something about this episode before chatting with Dr. SURIYA, who is the chief guest of the day. And we started this event as a small thing, and now day by day it is getting a lot of appreciations. And many of my friends are asking, what is the basic motive behind this starting of this duo talk show? We don't have any specific motivation, unless otherwise we want to show the right path for the youngsters. And we moved a lot, we traveled a lot in this profession, and many of our juniors are struggling behind us. So we want to show a clear path and many avenues what are available in this profession. That's the basic motivation behind this talk show, and nothing else more than that. And one important message I want to say is this: innocent people learn from experience, but intelligent people learn from others' experience. So basically, we want to make you more intelligent than us. That's the basic motive. So with this short note, I am moving on to Dr. SURIYA, who is my close friend. If I want to give an introduction about him, he is a very gentle and humble gentleman, and I had never seen that he had been tensed for anything else. Just a cool man. He was known to me about 15 years back, and he joined as an HOD for me. Actually, I was working in a private institution in Sivakasi, and he joined in that institution as an HOD of pharmaceutics, and he served as a mentor for me throughout the life. The one important thing I want to quote, and I think that Dr. SURIYA also remembers, that we both plan to join a PhD program in Dr. MGR Medical University, Dr. Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University in Guindy, and we both purchased application for PhD program. But unfortunately, due to certain administrative reasons, I was not given an opportunity to do the PhD. But whereas Dr. SURIYA had got that opportunity in that through that application, but he had neglected that. He don't want to do, leaving me. We both together purchased the application. We both should together do, otherwise we both leave it. That is the point that he had said to me. So such a ethical person, that shows his ethics. So so he was always thinking positively. His thoughts are positive. His attitude is high, and he had a lot of things to share with the youngsters. So with these few words, I welcome him to this show. And first of all, you please say about a brief about your career, how you started your career in pharmacy. And in those early days, it was not a simple thing to enter into pharmacy, because only few institutions are running this pharmacy course. and many of us don't know about pharmacy in that period. I think so. So please give a note on it to the audience.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Shanmugan sir. Good evening, Sadish sir. It's nice to be with you. Thank you for a very nice introduction. And like Sadish sir told, our journey started long back. We were in the same college for 2-3 years. We shared a lot of things between ourselves. And also together, we made some changes in that institution at that time. And along with Shanmugan sir and Satish, we traveled also for pharmacy. We went to many conferences together. Now, with regard to journey in pharmacy, I was the one who completed in 80s. We formed in 80s. At that time, there were only 2-3 colleges offering pharmacy in Tamil Nadu. So I completed in the Madurai Medical College in 1987. Then I joined in TTK Pharma Limited at Chennai. In those days, getting a job directly was very difficult, and we had to go through some recommendation. And I had some very good friends. Through them, I entered into TTK Pharma. That was really a world opened in front of me. Just imagine a boy with 22, 23 years of age entering into a very big organization, TTK Pharma, who were manufacturing Woodward's Grape Water and some world-class brands. That was a world open to me. But again, there were a lot of issues. For example, most of my seniors were BSc qualified. When I entered into it, I was one among very few with B.Pharm qualification. So, say like people used to question how you are good, how you are better than us. So, with that difficult period, we had to slowly move ahead. My bosses were all not qualified in B.Pharm, but at the time, the control department was making amendments that B.Pharm should be there in all the manufacturing units and packing units. So slowly the changeover came. Then I went to BITS Pilani for my M.Pharmacy course. I cannot forget my 1.5 years experience in BITS Pilani. What an experience it was. Say for example, now we are about so many instruments in all the colleges, but in late 80s, early 90s, everything was available in BITS Pilani. Even NMR, we used to, in our department, there used to be HPLCs and chemistry department, NMRs, everything were available there in BITS Pilani. Then after completing my M.Pharm in BITS Pilani, I moved into academics. Now for the past 25 years, I am in academics. Satish.
Okay, it's very interesting to hear your entry into the pharmacy profession, starting with an industry career, moving to PG in a very highly reputed institution, and then doing a PhD, entering into academics, and then doing the PhD. So it's really amazing, sir. Now the question is, how you selected the teaching as a profession? Because already you have a good experience in industry, and then after completing your PG, you opted for teaching. What is the reason behind it, and whether really you loved the teaching profession?
Satish, actually, to be truthful to you, I shifted to teaching because teaching was offered better salary than in industry at that time. In the early 90s, for teachers, we were getting good salary, better salary than in industry. But later on, everything changed. Industry started offering very good salaries for experienced people. Like that, I came into teaching. But once I entered into teaching, started loving it, meeting with the students. One thing about teachers is we don't get bored. Say for example, every year first B.Pharm student will be 18 years old, final B.Pharm students will be 22 years old. So normally we always deal with 18 to 22 years old. So we are always young by mind when dealing with these students. So like that, I came into teaching. Then I started loving it. Once I started moving into the career, then we understood the importance of publications, attending conferences. And if you remember, Satish, I made my first publication with you only, still that our review article, our research paper is sold by that journal $17. And somebody who wants to see, they have to pay $17. If you go to Google and see that our research paper, then we both work together. Then when before joining PhD, like you said, we didn't get my first opportunity. Second opportunity, I applied through ACT, Research Promotion Scheme. In that scheme, I got 8.51 lakhs as a grant. With that 8.51 lakhs grant, I did my PhD under in Tamil Nadu, Dr. MGR Medical University. So that fund was very much useful. Say, for example, I could buy all the branded chemicals, Sigma chemical, directly we got it from Sigma original pure chemical. Therefore, the result was definitely better when we go for the original chemical. So that really sowed a seed for further research, for further moving ahead in the ladder, in the career.
Okay, sir. It's very interesting to know that you received a research project scheme funding from ACT. Now, one more question related to this teaching profession. Actually, I heard that when you are in Sivakasi College, most of the students love to attend your class. They are very anxious to attend your class. They love your teaching. So, is there somebody else inspiring you in this teaching?
Yeah, actually, see, I took the subject physical pharmacy. You must be knowing better, Satish. Physical pharmacy was one of the very important, at the same time, very dry subject. So normally the student used to doze off when we started taking any chapter in physical pharmacy. So what happened is we have to keep the students alive in the classes. So I used to add a lot of masalas when taking the class. The masalas in the sense, I mix a lot of anecdotes. I come prepared with some small stories, some of my past experiences in industry that really connected with the students. So thereby the students were really interested. If not physical pharmacy, at least I will tell something that will make them alive in the classroom. I really enjoyed it. And like you mentioned in Sivakasi, I met many of my students there studied. They came from Kerala. So when I came down to Kerala as a principal in the present college, I was really happy to see they have all in a very good position. Many of them have become principals, many are professors. So the day I landed up in Kerala, I could easily connect with Kerala colleges, Kerala students, university, because of my students in Sivakasi. They really helped me to connect, they identified me. They started telling, I know he is our sir, he took classes for us. Like that, I could be able to connect with Kerala because of these students.
Really nice, sir. Nice to hear that. Now, it is over to Dr. Shanmugasundaram. You can please ask about various things. We met first in Visakhapatnam together, it seems. If my memory is right, we together as a trios, we met in Visakhapatnam for attending a conference, while attending a conference. So you can discuss with him now regarding that, sir. Over to Shanmugasundaram.
When VELS was affiliated to Tamil Nadu MGR University, sir once or twice came to VELS as examiner. But at that time I was not very familiar with sir, but I have seen him in VELS in those times. But when I moved to be close to him was in Vizag IPC conference in 2017. And during that conference, we moved together and we were roaming in Vizag beaches here and there. And we had a very good rapport. And actually, still I remember clicking a heroish photograph of Surya Prakash. Still, every birthday I wish him with that photograph actually. And actually, one of our students, your research scholar, Mr. Nagarjuna, and other friend, Jose Nanababu, everyone, we were roaming in during those time. And Nagarjuna compelled us to take a Irani chai. and we are not familiar with what is the Irani chai and other things. But after becoming, I think that is the first time Surya Prakash was taking in a roadside shop with because initially his mannerism was how to use a cup and saucer and everything was there. I realized that he is first time coming to a roadside shop, but next day immediately when he woke up, he said, "Shanmugam, come, we'll go to Irani chai," and because he was become fond of that chai, and it's really the Irani chai from Andhra Pradesh and Vizag was very good. That's how our journey actually started. Then sir invited us to Kerala University for 1 or 2 examinership in this college, and to say say about something about ALSHIFA, that is normally in pharmacy colleges PCA says to maintain a medicinal garden, but sir is maintaining a college inside a medicinal garden actually, because though the Kerala atmosphere is favoring him in PERINTHALMANNA, though because the greeneries, and when I first moved to the college, I was very much getting see because each and every tree has a name of the medicinal plant name and everything, and his college was with such an atmosphere, and he was having a different wing for PHARM.D students, and I could see a different atmosphere when I went to that college compared to Chennai atmosphere. So that's how our journey started, and sir used to mentor us in different aspects when actually we have any doubts in PCA or NBA inspection. Actually, sir only wished us first to go to NBA, and then he also guided us in few points when we stuck with the NBA. So all this we added a thing. So now how you see this lockdown and online classes going throughout the country, and whether you have taken any online classes for your students?
Sir, first of all, I start with Iranian tea, Iranian chai and Iranian shop. That was really unforgettable experience. The tea was so tasty. They give in a very small cup. If you remember, sir, we ordered, 4 of us will go, we ordered 10 cups. We took more than 1 cup. That was so nice tea. And also in Visakhapatnam, I had a very nice time with you. We enjoyed Mughal biryani in the IPC. It was a very nice experience there. So now, coming down this lockdown, actually, if you remember correctly, March first week itself, first case was reported from Kerala. So there was a lot of activity in Kerala because before last year, Nipah attacked in Kerala only. So what happened to Kerala? Every year some new infections are coming. But this time, like how the government controlled Nipah, like that, the government took a lot of steps initially, and still they are pursuing with regard to coronavirus in Kerala. So by second week itself, the colleges were started closed in Kerala because of this pandemic. So almost by third week, all the colleges were closed. All the students were asked to go home. By the end of third week or beginning of fourth week in March 2020, we started online classes, sir. Our college started online classes. We conducted a lot of meeting among our faculties, how to go through this one. Even if, at that time, we never imagined it would go to such a long extent. But still, we were mentally prepared. Even for 15 days or 1 month, we have to engage the students during lockdown period. So at that time, we heard about, initially we were doing through WhatsApp classes, sharing the notes. Then we started sending audio clips to the students. Then we started conducting classes through Zoom app. Then we moved into Google Classroom. So during this 2 months, more than 2 months period, we evolved ourselves. In this lockdown period, and we conducted classes, whichever subject, whatever medium is useful, compatible, that we used. Like that, we engaged the students, and also we made a separate timetable. Lockdown, we call it as lockdown timetable. So morning 3 hours, 9 to 12, and afternoon 1 to 4. Like that, we made lockdown timetable, shared with all the students, shared with all the faculties, and every week we collect what are the subjects taken, each and every faculty, whatever subject they took in that week, we collected it, and then we sent to the university, and also we shared among ourselves. This is how But again, this is not sufficient. The students are at home. Then this webinar started. So initially, we ourselves conducted small clippings from the webinars. Then we asked the students to attend the webinars. We identified which webinar is useful to which course, which type of students, that we shared with the students, and they attended a lot of webinars. Recently, one PharM.D student, she WhatsApped to me, sir, I crossed 30 webinars, attended 30. Then we started telling the student, just registering and getting the certificate is not good. So if you are attending any webinar, it should be useful to you, and you should, that webinar should be, that webinar should be in such a way you have to enter into your CV. Like that we started telling. Then only that is the use of attending webinar. Just sitting 2 hours in front of the laptop will not help anybody. Then the student also understood. Now they are attending those webinars which are useful to them. And we are sharing, daily basis, we are sharing, plenty of people are conducting webinars. In this way, this lockdown period, we are slowly making it useful. And one more thing here, many times the colleges are closed for long because of some holidays, because of some hartal or something in Kerala. Now I am telling all my students, hereafter, because of any unexpected hartal or unexpected close down in Kerala, you people should be prepared on that day. Whatever the subjects are there, we will follow the same timetable through online classes. So as of now, there is no breakage of study. That we impressed upon the students, and also we are continuously contacting the parents. We are speaking with the parents because they are teachers 9 to 4. So they have to monitor the students, no other go. That also we are promoting. In this way, we see that the students do not miss much on subjects, even though they miss the camaraderie among them, friends, this chai, everything. But they should learn, they are learning, and we see that they are learning.
Yes, sir. Satish sir, you can talk, you can interview sir about the PHARM.D course and PHARM.D career. It will be on a general basis, so it will be useful for all our audience who is eager to know about the PHARM.D career for the students.
Yeah, sure, sir. Actually, sir, your institution is also running PHARM.D. But when we are coming across our academic courses, we do not have a course called as PHARM.D. So what is your impression about this PHARM.D and how it is going to help the society? What is your view on it, Surya Prakash sir?
Yes. See, actually, the best thing that can happen to pharmacy profession in India is introducing the PHARM.D course. So before PHARM.D came into picture, B Pharms were there, M Pharms specializations were there. Then PhD, very rarely people used to do PhD. So after finishing B Pharm, they will go to the industry. And if they go to the medical shop, they are competing with the diploma. Industry diploma students won't come. So B Pharm. And then once we complete M Pharm, we used to go to industry research level. We were involved ourselves. But when we look into other countries, their pharmacy graduates were employed in hospitals. Their pharmacy graduates employed in hospitals. They were doing a wonderful job. Then looking into the history of PHARM.D, actually PHARM.D course was started in USA. Actually, they started College of Pharmacy in 1955, but the government there, AACP there, approved PHARM.D course only in 1992. So when the PHARM.D course they started in 92, by 96 or 97, many colleges in USA started PHARM.D courses. Many colleges, 5-year PHARM.D plus 1 year internship. Now, once normally every other countries, they see what US is doing. So normally still everybody look at US. Because everybody started having their own PHARM.D curriculum with different names. Say some in Europe they call with different names, but everybody PHARM.D course is mainly towards hospitals, clinical pharmacy. And in India also it started, but little bit late anyway. 2008, first we started this Pharma.D course in India. Many colleges got approval from Pharmacy Council of India for starting this course. Then 2010, our college also started. Many colleges now, right now, 250 plus colleges offers Pharma.D courses throughout India. Now, if you look at how the usefulness of Pharma.D courses in terms of health, we are just bridging the gap between the patient and the doctors, and also when we look into the curriculum of Pharma.D, our Pharma.D course has 4 chemistry subjects. Our students also learn chemistry other than pharmacology clinical areas. So our Pharma.D students, they have the knowledge about chemistry of each and every drug they are using. So the chemistry knowledge, the structure of chemistry, why and how a drug acts, why the side effects, what happens when the drug goes inside the body, because of the structure, because of the compounds in each and every chemical that is in drugs, Pharma.D students are in a better position to understand. So they can, as and when a medical practitioner needs some guidance regarding this, they can give them. And another thing about clinical pharmacy or Pharma.D program. Our Pharma.D program is basically to health in the hospital. That is, they are clinical oriented, patient oriented. Second year onwards, they are going to the hospitals for training. Second year and third year, 1 day they are going as per PCA now. Fourth year, 4 days in a week. Fifth year, 5 days in a week. And then internship, full time they are in the hospital. So they learn, they sit with the doctors, they go with the doctors, learn exactly how the clinical practice is being done by the doctors. So now, the doctors are always busy. They have plenty of work they do as a doctor. Now, when the doctor sees the patient comes out. Now, the patient have more doubts, some more doubts other than what they can ask a doctor. There we can very much fill the gap. Say, for example, a super specialist. Is very busy. He cannot spend lot of time. Many patients are waiting, and also the patient meets the doctor, goes out, right? And after 1 or 2 days, he has some few doubts to clarify. Then he can contact the Pharma.Ds, clinical pharmacists. Once these clinical pharmacists, they can fill the gap, small gaps that is left behind during the course of treatment. There, these pharmacists are very much helpful, and also these pharmacists are trained to how to deal with the patients, patient counseling, and also their ADR reporting, pharmacovigilance, all these things. These Pharma.Ds are trained. They are trained in such a way to monitor all these activities. Just imagine how these kinds of work are done, how small gaps left in a medical health in a hospital are filled by these Pharma.Ds. Then a full picture, clear picture of health can be imparted to the patients. That is what I am thinking. And also with regard to Drug Information Center, Pharmacovigilance Center connected to New Delhi PVPI office. This in turn will help all other doctors to understand what happens in other places with regard to certain type of treatment. So this knowledge to the doctors also, they can use this knowledge also to enhance their better way of treatment.
So can you give an idea about the Pharma.D students' career in industry other than hospital?
Yeah, Pharma.Ds, they are going to the industries in research sites. There are a lot of Pharma.D students. My students, they have gone to the industry in research. They are doing research, and also CRA, contract research organizations. They are doing a very good job there. Their training on patient counseling is very much helpful in clinical trials. As we know, a lot of clinical trials are going on in India. A lot of clinical trials, and somewhere we read it that FDA approved labs, FDA approved labs. India is having more number of FDA approved labs other than United States of America. That means their PHARM.Ds are very much useful for clinical trials, along with the doctors and other fraternities.
So, any drug regulatory role for the PharmD students, sir?
Yes, they are again regulatory. Actually, when it comes to regulatory, they can assist the regulatory department. They can assist in the ways of their knowledge on reports. Based on their reports, they can assist the regulatories. But here, the regulatory they are taught regulatory only one subject in their six-year span. So they understand what is regulatory, but fully they are not trained to deal with the regulatory of any hospital, any research centers.
So if a PharmD student want to pursue an higher degree after PharmD, what will be your choice of the degree they can select other than PhD?
Yeah. Now, sir, many of our students are going abroad. They are doing MS in pharmacology, MS in toxicology. They are doing a lot of degrees in US. So here still we are doing the PG diploma, postgraduate diploma degrees after completing PharmD courses the students are pursuing. This is basically to fill small gaps that arises out of their curriculum they are doing. But in abroad they are doing MS courses after completing PharmD. And they are getting very good jobs also after completing MS in abroad.
Okay, sir. Actually, there are few students from VELS University is in line. They want to ask you some questions. So I'll introducing them one by one. So let you have a chat with my students.
Yeah, sure.
Now I invite Syed Fadil. Yeah,
good evening, sir. This is Syed from PHARM.D 4th year.
Shoot your question.
So I have two queries, sir. One is,
Yeah.
do we have any master programs in India after the completion of PHARM.D?
Once again, Fadil.
Any master programs in India after the completion of PHARM.D?
See, actually, this is a postgraduate. PHARM.D itself is a post-graduation degree. So as such, there is as a PCA approved post-graduation degree after PHARM.D is not there. But students out of their own interest, they can do post-graduation diploma. Post-graduation diploma in health management, clinical pharmacy, right? Hospital pharmacy. Many students are pursuing there. Many institutes are offering that one. But Pharmacy Council approved post-graduation is not there after PHARM.D. But Fadil, abroad, many students are going abroad, right? They are doing PG courses there, MS pharmacology or pharmacology related things they are doing abroad. So plenty of opportunities there in abroad.
Sure, sir. So one more query, sir. So what are the job opportunities in abroad and how do we apply them?
To be frankly with you, Fadil, see, in USA, the job is full. In USA, more or less, it is full PharmD because there, as you know, the intake of many universities is somewhere 100-150 students per year. And as you know, 40-50 universities are offering PharmD courses. So there it is very difficult to get a job with the PharmD straight landing up in USA. But once you go to Gulf countries and other countries, plenty of opportunities are there. Plenty of opportunities are in the hospitals, in the pharmacies. There you will get the job. Definitely there you will get the job. In India, industry, clinical, just like I told to Shanmugam sir, in India, say CROs, clinical research organizations, or many pharma industries are recruiting PharmDs in their research department. clinical trials, wherever clinical trials are going on, they are all taking Pharm.D students, Pharm.D graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Fadil, for your questions. Now I invite Gopika to the stream to introduce yourself and shoot your question.
Hi, sir. My name is Gopika. I'm from Pharma.D second year. So I have 3 queries. The first one is, the pharmaceutical clients are having a wide range of legal needs nowadays regarding the litigation matters and all. So therefore, a healthcare professional with a legal background is necessary nowadays. So therefore, in abroad, many universities provide a dual degree course with Pharm.D and JD. So in India, for a Pharm.D graduate, is there any equivalent course? And if there is, what is the scope in India?
Okay. Legal is totally different. That is different. They should have different background. That's totally different. Say, for example, now with regard to dual degree, PCA or Pharmacy Council of India do not have that provision in their gazette. But deemed universities and other universities, they are offering dual degree. They can offer dual degrees. They can offer dual degrees. Say, for example, in many deemed universities, even in Bitsville, where I studied, there they are promoting dual degrees. Say, for example, suppose an M.Pharm B.Pharm student wanted to do any course in marketing or biotechnology or microbiology. Along with the microbiology students, he can attend. So at the end, he will get both the degrees, dual degrees. But here in PCA approved colleges, dual degree is not yet come into force. Maybe in future, the Pharmacy Council, if many students or many necessity arises, so naturally some courses will also be approved by Pharmacy Council of India.
So can we do a LLB course or something like that after the Pharm.D too?
Yeah, definitely you can do. Instead of doing, say, LLB, you can do some course on patents. There are Nalsar University of Hyderabad University. They are offering a lot of patent-related course. I have also done one course on postgraduate diploma in patent law. So if you do that course and then you write patent agent examination, then you are the right candidate for litigation and other regulatory. That degree will be very much. Thank you for asking this question. We have a lot of opportunities to do a course on patent laws. So if you do a course on patent law, right, there's a part-time courses are available, and once you write the patent agent examination, then you are the right person to defend all the litigations for the industry. You know the science about the drug, and also you know the legalities of how to win a case against this against an issue. Definitely go.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the next question is, the pharmacists are having a very vital role in all the healthcare fields. So they are even placed in WHO. So what are the procedures for a graduate to be a part of it?
No, only one thing is we have to see the WHO website regularly. So here, frankly, when you want to take admission in any college in India, you have to go in person. Whereas if you want to take admission in USA, you're sitting in front of a computer, you can apply and get the admission. Correct?
Yeah.
Similarly, for WHO jobs and all, just sit in front of the internet. You can apply. They will ask basic questions, right? Ask basic questions, and if you eligible for that one, definitely you will apply. But Gopika, there are so many job offers specifically for girls students also. Once or twice I applied. I have seen the process. There's a straightforward process, right? Once you are eligible, definitely you will get the job. Only thing is keep on seeing the WHO websites. You will get it.
Sure, sir. Sir, what would be your advice to a budding pharmacist who is aiming to be a CRA, and what are the subjects that the student should be more focused for that?
For budding pharmacist.
Yeah.
Okay. See, as you know, the situation, industry situation, many times the industry stalwarts are telling the graduates who are coming out of any colleges, they are not straight away go and take a job in the industry. They need some training before they do a job, before they are given a job, right? So before I enter into your answering your question, see, normally when any pharmacy graduate enter into an industry, they always say the salary is less. They always say the salary is less, say 15, 20, 25,000. Whereas in IT, the salary is more. Normally, many times, many students compare with themselves with the IT industry. But just imagine, we read theory, we do a lot of practicals, but the day you go to the industry, you stand in front of any analytical lab or production lab, everything is new to you. You have not seen any equipments, any machineries. Just I tell you from my own example, when I joined in Pharma in 1987, as soon as I reported to quality assurance lab, they asked me to go and analyze paracetamol using UV method. Then your B.Pharm graduate, you go and do analysis of paracetamol. I had not even seen UV at that time. And I was searching for the UV. Luckily, they saw my face, they understood I was not knowing. So now what happens is same thing. If you go to the industry, we may not be trained. But now the PCI has changed the syllabus. Right? Before entering into 7th semester, they have to undergo industrial training. They have to do practice school. Right? Practice school means you go to the industry, see what is going on. Take it as an experience. After your graduation is over, then you can go join the same industry. Or at least you will not be surprised to see new big machineries, because already you have seen during your practice school. Right? With regard to Pharm.D students or Pharm students, you have to visit the industry. You have to see the industry, and whenever any conference, seminar, say for example IPC, where I attended along with Shanmugan sir, there if you go to the exhibition, all new machineries, all new equipments are exhibited. We have to spend time. We have to ask them how each and everything works. That is how we learn it. With that knowledge, industrial knowledge, when you go to the industry, you will get any job easily. So that we have to fill it. Along with the syllabus you are studying, you have to fill what is to be expected in industry also. You have to understand, learn it. That is the only way of going.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much
for your wonderful questions. Now, I have few questions with sir. I'll be talking to him right now. So my question is, so whether the opportunity for the Pharm.D student as well as the Pharm.D post-baccalaureate student is equal, or they have different opportunities?
So Pharm.D students and
Pharm.D post-baccalaureate.
Okay. See, we should say both are same only. Both are same. Actually, when we look into the post-baccalaureate, post-baccalaureate, right, they are joining with the fourth-year students, fourth-year Pharm.D students. That is, fourth-year Pharm.D onwards, more clinical subjects are there, more clinical-oriented subjects are there. So thereby, the Pharm.D post-baccalaureate students are as good as the Pharm.D students who study regular. And B.Pharm students going to Pharm.D is one of the best option. Because B.Pharm course is meant for industry. Pharm.D course meant for health hospitals, clinical side. So when the Pharm.D post-baccalaureate student comes out, he is good at both ends of the world. He knows both industry. He also knows clinical side. He is the right person to be employed in any industry.
So next question regarding this current scenario and the internship for the Pharma.D students, because in COVID-19 many students are not able to attend the regular internship, and PCA has given very good guidelines for doing that internship training without going to hospital also, and they have given a thing called as OSC, that is Objective Structure Clinical Examination. Can you highlight something on that so that it will be useful for the others also?
See, actually, yesterday also I heard Dr. Suresh, PCA president, was mentioning about this thing. See, in this COVID scenario, this is a good option. But once again, say for example, out of 12 months internship, 1 month or 2 months means it is fine. But if it is extended for more than 3 months, then without visiting the hospital, having the feel of the hospital setup, the student will really miss it out. Really miss out certain things in their career. So here, another option given by PCA is let the interns go to any hospital nearby their home for rest of the lockdown period. They can continue like that. PCA has also given a guidelines. Once again, here also, any hospital will be a misnomer. That should be that better, say 50-bedded hospital. Some right now it is 300-bedded hospital, so it should minimum be 50-bedded hospital. Or else, what will happen is anybody will go to a nursing home and will claim they have completed their internship. That is the issue, sir.
So, from my point of view, I think any of the corona situation is going to continue for another 6 months or maybe even a 1 year. With this, we have to take all the precautionary measures, and we send the students for hospitals after 3 months or 4 months also. My thing is, I think we have to send the students with all the PPE equipments, not only just as they go with mask or something, because how the doctors are attending the patient, the students also must attend the same thing. What is your opinion on this, sir?
Sir, I 100% agree with you. I am also, last week I conducted a meeting among some of my principal friends here in Kerala. We also told the same thing. This is the right time to learn it, the hard way to learn it. Say when swimming, we say you just to throw it in the deeper part of the pool for swimming learning. Like that, here there is a wonderful opportunity for the students to go to the parent hospital with all the precautions and to continue their internship. Now, they will not get another opportunity to learn. And we should not say that whoever goes to the hospital will be infected with coronavirus. We should protect ourselves with PPE kits, should learn the internship, should learn the clinical practice in a hard way. Once we learn it in a hard way, then in future, during their career, they can proudly say at the time of COVID-19, at the time of coronavirus pandemic, I was there in the hospital. I safely did my internship. That will go a long way to help them in their career. They will be looked upon as if they are heroes. They are real-time clinical pharmacists. They should go to the hospitals. Like you.
Yes, sir. Now it's over to Dr. Satish for a few questions.
Yeah, it's nice to hear your answers, sir. You rightly pointed out in your answer that PCA had perfectly made a blend of subjects, rightly with pathology, pathophysiology, and clinical trials. Almost all the important areas are covered in the pharmacy curriculum. In one of the answers, you had very rightly pointed out. And another in one question, you had told that a girl asked whether there is a possibility of studying a law course after a Pharma.D. Actually, you told, sir, it is a very nice idea to go for an study in patent. But my question is, what related to that, if she is willing to practice as an advocate, that PG diploma may not be sufficient, no, sir? So what is your opinion, whether she can go for an LLB degree after PhD? If she want to actually practice as an advocate, it may be required for registering in the Bar Council. What's your opinion on that, sir?
See, if any candidate wanted to do LLB, right? Still they can spend 3 or 4 years for doing LLB. Their career will blossom like anything. See, now all the lawyers in pharma industry, lawyers, they try hard to understand actually what is a drug, what is an issue. They know legalities, but they don't know anything about the drug. They learn it in a hard way. When a pharmacy graduate, PharM.D or B.Pharm pharmacy graduate, he or she also has an additional LLB degree. They are the best person to be employed by the industry. They will be there. Their career is really complete, right? They will be mostly looked by the industry. It's a very good option, But one should have a willingness to learn another professional degree. That's really a good opportunity.
You rightly point.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have 2 queries, and the first one is, other than clinical pharmacist, is there any other job opportunity for a student in PharM.D student?
In hospital, there are a lot of opportunities in the hospital. Clinical pharmacist is the frontline job. Then you can be in the pharmacovigilance area, reporting, the drug information center. All these places you can, and also you can the patient counseling. So these are all very important. Actually, these are all the missing portion in a map, right? And also many hospitals nowadays they are going for NABH accreditation. For NABH accreditation, the person with PharM.D knowledge, the person with the clinical pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, pharmacovigilance, area reporting, patient counseling is essential. Without them, it is not at all possible for any hospital to go for NABH easily. They have to find experts outside to cover all these things. Definitely, Sriram.
Yes, sir. Another question: what are the scope in research and development?
Like I mentioned, lot of scopes are there in clinical trials. Many of my students have gone, and also Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission also has PharM.Ds in their consultant group, and many R&D centers are nowadays appointing PharM.Ds. The basic idea of appointing PharM.D research center is they have the knowledge about pharmaceutics, chemistry, clinical pharmacy, patient, everything. They have some idea. So they are really good candidates in R&D, particularly clinical research organization as clinical research associate. It is there, Sriram.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Sriram, for your
very useful, sir.
questions. So be online. Will be coming back later. Okay, sir. So actually, those are very good questions and answers for the student. They'll be very delighted. And my question is there only the PharM.D knowledge is sufficient for pharmacovigilance, or they have to do any diploma in pharmacovigilance or some other additional course on pharmacovigilance?
Actually, see, they should have knowledge on softwares, vigilance software. There are a lot of softwares available in the market. They should have knowledge on softwares also. So a small course, 1 week course or 2 week course on pharmacovigilance is a better option. So they can go and attend any seminars, or they have to attend a course on pharmacovigilance. They should know the software that are employed for pharmacovigilance is a better option. They should have more, some additional courses is essential.
So what are the softwares, sir? Any 1 or 2 softwares you can highlight?
See, the drug information center are using some softwares up to date for I could not recollect it. These softwares actually they give it's loaded with information. These softwares are loaded with information. Only thing is we should know how to retrieve the information which we want in. Right? Based on the present scenario, case history of the patient, or case history of the issue, we should be able to retrieve that document from using that software is more essential. then they should be trained. That should be trained.
Some of the corporate hospitals are nowadays coming forward to appoint our Pharma.D students as a prescription analyst. So, can you highlight on prescription analyst role of a Pharma.D student?
So this is long. This can be taken as a stopgap arrangement till they get a good, better opportunities, better offer. They can very well go there. They can take the training. They will understand. They can understand how the prescription should be handled, how the patient should be. See, and also it's a real-time experience for the students. But it cannot be as a full-time career. That cannot be chosen as a career. But it's a stopgap arrangement. They can involve themselves in this type of jobs.
Sir, my question is, in abroad, particularly in developed countries like US, there are specialization courses after Pharm.D, particularly in oncology and like that. Various specialization courses are there after Pharm.D, so they can work specifically, or they can get a job specifically on that area. But in India, we don't have such specialization courses. In that aspect, can you give some perspectives how that Pharmacy Council of India can think in introducing such novel courses with specializations after Pharm.D? What's your opinion on that, sir?
Yes, actually, it is in one country, I think UK or some European country, they have this specialization. So what they have done is they have split the course into 3, 2, 1, or 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1 plus 1. That is, first 5 years or 4 years, they all will study the same thing. Then 2 years, they will specialize medical oncology, pharmacovigilance, pharmacoeconomics. 7 or 8 specializations are there, and finally they will do the internship. Once again, see, in foreign countries, this scenario may be useful. In India, it will take some more time. In India, normally for say ortho hospital, cancer hospital are coming up. But again, specialization in Pharm.D for these courses, I think it is not the right time for us to enter into it, because first of all, the Pharm.Ds should be accepted wholeheartedly everywhere in India. So once they get into that post, get into as a clinical pharmacy, all the hospitals, government, including government hospitals, then we can come for these branches, come for this specialization. So right now, yes, I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay. So when I'm interacting with a clinical pharmacist from US, when she visited our university, she told that it was a very slow process in US also. They took around 10 years to find a place and in a hospital. And India had only recently started in 2008 only they started the Pharm.D course. So there is no need to worry for another 10 years of time, or it will take around 15 years in countries like a huge country like India to get an acceptance from the physicians. So so it was a very convincing one that we crossed around 10 years, and now slowly the physicians are also trying to accept our service. So are you personally convinced with that situation, whether the physicians had slowly accepted to get the service of our clinical pharmacist?
Yeah. Like you told, Dilip, see, in 1972 itself, the clinical pharmacy course was mentioned, started in USA in some colleges. But in 92 only, that is 92, after 2 decades only, the American Association of Hospital Pharmacists, they approved this course, and then many universities started this course. That is after 2 decades. After 92, still 2006, 2004, the hospital pharmacists were not appointed in majority, are not agreed in majority of the hospital. They were not accepted. It took more than 2 decades for Pharm.Ds to be accepted in the hospitals. That's a highly developed country on earth. They took 2 decades, more than 2 decades for the clinical pharmacists to be accepted. But in India, we started in 2008. And also in the beginning, I should say, Satish, in the beginning it was compared with doctors, medical professionals. So there the confusion came, as if we are equivalent to doctors, medical professionals. So that the issue came in. So normally we are not doctors, we are not medical professionals. Our profession is totally different. We are not doctors like them, physicians like them. So now 2008 we started, now it is 12 years. Slowly in some countries, some states in India are accepting clinical pharmacists. In Kerala, the acceptance is really very good. Most of the hospitals, in some hospital in Calicut and Ernakulam, they appointed 16 to 18 PHARM.Ds, clinical pharmacists. Now slowly it is growing in Bangalore. Some hospitals are appointing, but still it will take some time. It will take some time for PHARM.Ds to be accepted in the hospital. But that is say how good we train our students. How good we train our students to work in the hospital, right? They should really have a knowledge. The doctors should really trust the PHARM.D intern or the clinical pharmacist a job, clinical oriented job. So once we improve our quality, naturally our acceptance will also be there. Once we are accepted, we can do a good job for the hospital, for any hospital or for any patients.
Actually, it was a wonderful time. So actually, 1 hour passed away very fast with your experience, and it was really a good experience for all the viewers actually who are not very clear about the PHARM.D profession. Many are joined PHARM.D and they don't know the career opportunities, and many are willing to know what are the career opportunities for a PHARM.D student and other things. So it was a really wonderful experience, and your journey and your answers to our students as well as things. So I think we can thank Dr. Surya Prakash sir for accepting our invitation to be on from Kerala, and this Sunday spending us a very valuable information. So actually Satish is having one personal question to have a cheerful moment, something he was talking to ask Surya Prakash sir. So now it's over to Satish.
Yeah. I want to know, this is a personal question, and can you share the moment when you felt very happy, the most happiest time for selecting this pharmacy as a profession, when you got most cheered?
Okay, so I can quote from the industry, na Satish?
Yeah, wherever it is, throughout your life, at some point you might have thought that I am rightly choose the pharmacy profession. So at that point you might have cheered up a lot. So that point, can you share with us?
Yeah. See, when I was in TTK Pharma, just after 1 year of joining TTK Pharma, first time they wanted to do one emulsion batch. So the R&D people gave one sheet of paper to me, and you manufacture vitamin A emulsion, right? Vita A. The name of the product is Vita A. They gave a sheet of paper, and I was in the night shift. Initially, they had done only in lab level, say 100 ml, 200 ml, maximum 500 ml. Now they wanted me to do 400 liters of vitamin A emulsion. They gave one A4 sheet and went away. And the outcome should be golden yellow color. The outcome of this vitamin A emulsion is golden yellow color. Then we started manufacturing. By 2 o'clock in the night, we got blue colored emulsion. Then I was really wondering what happened, how the blue color came, but it should come golden yellow. Then we had that knowledge on emulsion, isn't it? When we add oil phase and water phase, it will be added at same degree, 45 degrees. But they have not mentioned in the paper the temperature. So now what happened is, one was in another aqueous phase, we heated to dissolve some ingredients. It was in 60-70 degrees. Oil phase was in room temperature. So when we mixed it, came the blue color. Then I realized the mistake, and I remember 45 degrees centigrade is the right temperature to prepare stable emulsion. So we heated to 45 degrees centigrade. From 2 a.m. onwards up to 6 a.m., my workers were continuously mixing. but exactly at 6 o'clock in the morning, it slowly changed into golden yellow color. So that was the day I really thanked my teachers who made me remember this 45 degrees centigrade, and that was the first batch as a pharmacy graduate, and that was first formulation I did on my own without anybody's supervision. So that's the day I will never forget, and I was only 24 or 25 years. I will never forget that one. At that time, it was 4 lakh rupees, that 400 liters. Now, just imagine what would be the cost now.
Great, great, sir. You proved your theoretical knowledge and practical experience you gained in your college days in industry. It's very nice.
Thank you, Dr. Surya Prakash, sir, and thanks to my students, Mr. Sriram from Pharma.D 4th year, Ms. Gopika from Pharma.D 2nd year, and Mr. Syed Fadil from Pharma.D 4th year for shooting out valuable questions. So it will be useful for the other students who are going to view it in the future also. So to clarify doubts, and sir is good enough to clarify the doubt of all the students from Wales who have put out the questions. So we thank the students as well as the speaker of the day today. So thank you very much, sir. So thank you once again, and
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, Dr. Satish, how you feel this day and how the show went, the way it was progressed?
Yeah, it was a very interesting day, and we could able to, I think that we could able to share the experiences gained by some legends today, so that the young coming pharmacist can understand the importance of taking training both in the hospital as well as in the industry. So he very clearly pointed out that the pharmacist should, when he is going for a clinical training, they should not take it easy. They should be very serious about the processes to be carried out there. The training or the internship is very, very important. They are going to help a lot in the future. Likewise, the practice school division also going to help for the B.Pharm students. So all these are focusing how they are serious in their studies during the study period, academic days. That will definitely going to help in their future. That is was I think that is the message that Dr. Surya Prakash has left in this program.
Okay. To give lead to our viewers who is watching this show, what will be our next episode and what we are going, who is going to be our next guest and what area they are going to talk. The lead which I'd like to give us, the lead will be talking on the research journey of both of us, as well as a young researcher who has done nearly 40-50 publication in a Scopus Index journal. So, because nowadays, because the students and research scholars feel how to make a publication in a valuable Scopus journal or in a WOS journal and other things. And nowadays it is mandatory by UGC and other bodies as well as in any university. If you do a full-time PhD or a part-time PhD, you have to submit a minimum 2 Scopus Index. Or nowadays many universities are coming forward and emphasizing on the WOS, that is Web of Science with impact factor. At least minimum 1 paper should be there. So, but when we talk to research scholars and other students, they feel that publishing is a very difficult task. So we'll bring a guest who has published in his young age of 25 or 24 with nearly 30-40 publications in valuable journals, so that it will be eye-opener and for the students to, and many research scholars, that they'll have a eye-opening session on how to publish and do a valuable research in thing. That is the lead I want to give. So next Sunday, the Pharma Duos will be catching you guys on a research journey of ourselves as well as the invited guest, who is going to be a young researcher in the field of pharmacy. So who is also a research scholar who is waiting to submit his thesis, but he has some nearly 30-40 publications in his name. So with this note, I'd like to sign off. And actually, because we had a lot of technical issues when we had in the morning with the internet connectivity, but thanks to the internet, Facebook as well as StreamYard for maintaining, because this is the first time we are going with more viewers. That is, sorry, more guests actually. there was a speaker and there was another student guest. So to accommodate all this with our net speed and other things, it was a great thing. So it happened actually, and we are thankful. And the Pharma Doers is signing off. So the signing off note from Dr. Satish.
So as you said, when we are taking an rehearsal, there were a lot of issues, technical issues we faced, and we could able to overcome all those things. It's a great gift from the God. And I understand that next episode is going to be more interesting because it is going to be a big focus on research, a trending research, and how a research publication has to be made. What are the essential things that when you are going to publish a article, whether it is a review article or a research article, whatever it may be, what are the requirements, what the journal expects, all those things, I think that we will be discussing in the next episode. So it's going to be really useful for the young budding researchers in the pharmacy, I think so. And already I told, learning from experiences is very innocent. But if you are really intelligent, you will learn lessons from others' experiences. Definitely, today's program also might have helped you to understand few lessons that we experienced and we shared with you. So definitely, it will be helpful for you. Once again, I'm thanking Dr. K. Surya Prakash and the project coordinator, Dr. Shanmugha Sundaram, and all the student participants from VISTAS and all those viewers who give a lot of support. I could able to see a lot of comments coming in from Ram Kumar, Pratisha, Rajesh Chandran, Nirmala, Muhammad Yahya. A lot of comments are coming in. So we all thank for these viewers, and thank you very much once again. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Pharma Doers signing off for today. We'll meet you on next Sunday live 7 p.m. Thank you. Goodbye. Good night.
Bye.